Hi all, welcome to my workshop. Today we're going to be doing issues 5 and 6 of the Fanhome release, Build the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. So in issue 5 we're going to be starting on the engine. We're going to be doing the engine for the next several issues, and we're going to be starting with the transmission. So here are all the parts for the transmission that come in issue 5. There's also a set of DM screws and EM screws, so that means all these pieces are metal. And let's get these opened up and let's get started. Alright, all the parts are laid out. Everything is metal except for this part, which is plastic. The first things that we're going to need are there's two T-shaped pieces. You're going to need the smaller one first. It goes on like this, and then it gets attached from behind with the help of two DM screws. Alright, one's in. We'll get the second one tightened in. And with using the screws that are going into metal, it's always good to dunk the tips into some 3-in-1 oil first, and that'll help you ease those threads into the part. Now, let's set that aside. We're going to bring this part over, along with the second T-shaped piece. This doesn't appear to be different on either side, but this just does go through this side. And it is also attached to the back through these two little holes here with more DM screws. So 2 in, and then here's the third. Okay. Now we're going to be taking the two sides of the transmission here. So we're going to be taking this side with the complete bottom, and we're going to be, let's see, how does this work? We're going to be putting it on this side. Actually, you can see this little notch that's there is going to be going into the little notch that we have. These are going to go in with, or that's going to be attached with a DM screw. Right in there. Just make that tight. Alright, once that's attached, we put the other half on and attach that together with two EM screws. Okay, then the last thing we do in this stage is going to be put the pan on. There's a notch here, and you line it up with the corresponding. And then, even though this is plastic, it's going into metal, so that is going to be attached with another EM screw. Dipped in a little tiny bit of oil. And we'll just tighten this up. Okay. And that is stage 5 completed. Alright, so the parts for stage 6 are here. We have some DM, some BP, and some AP screws, and we're looking at putting together the left side of the engine block, dipstick, and the ignition wire junction. So let's get these parts out and let's get started. Alright, and the first thing we're going to do in this is we're going to attach this engine, it's like a support for the engine block for the left side. We're going to be attaching that right in here, and then we're going to be using two DM screws. And that's one. There's our second one. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is flip this guy over. We'll take this little rocker sort of looking piece, and then this is going to go, it looks like it goes so that the overhang is facing into the engine here. Sorry. Alright, and that is also going to go in with a DM screw. Alright, and there's that piece attached. Now, the next thing we're going to do is take the dipstick, which is plastic. We're going to be mounting it into here. There's a hole, there's a fairly deep pin that goes into the hole. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put a little bit of super glue on that and pop that in. Alright, so putting our engine block aside for just a minute, we're going to grab the exhaust manifold and the cylinder head here for the left side. These little tabs slide just into these three holes, and they're held in on this side using 3 AP screws. And again, screwing into plastic, you want to be screwed in so that they're tight, but not so tight that you end up cracking the plastic around it. And I've driven these in mostly, and then I just go back in and finish it off. Alright, next thing we're going to do is take this little piece, which is the ignition wire junction, and we're going to put it into the slot that's here, just so it's resting over the top, and then it's going to be held on with the cylinder head with the valve cover. But I think just for fun, I'm going to put just a drop of glue there. It doesn't hurt. Just for a little extra added support. And then you can see there's a notch here on this side. And that will go over the top like this, and then it will be secured in to these places, all with 4 BP screws. Okay, and that's number 4. This is looking pretty fun. Oops. Alright, and then the next thing we do is we attach the cylinder head onto the side of the engine, and then the dipstick just slips in behind here, the exhaust manifold here, and then this just gets held on from behind here with a couple of AP screws. Okay. Alright, here's the second screw going in. Nice and tight, but not overly tight. Alright, we're going to be putting in the transmission that we did. And then, so what it is this part fits over the notch here, and that gets tightened up with 1 DM screw. Okay, and with attaching that, that is all there is to do in that stage, and that finishes off that pack. Alright, so that was packs, stages 5 and 6. I don't expect another pack to come for a little bit, so probably be late this month, so we've got probably 3 or so weeks before we will see the next stage arrive via FedEx. And I think until then, I've got a convention coming up in a couple of weeks, Max Fest. Masks are what I generally do. I do a lot of sculpting and things, and actually I'm going to start sculpture probably this afternoon. So I may do video of that, just showing some of the progress of how that all comes together. And then, and then we'll see what happens. And I appreciate you guys very much watching. If you want to start this from the beginning, you just go to the Fanhome website, and they will give you all the information on how to start it. And you can start with pack 1 and just build along. Until next time, I want to thank you sincerely for watching this, and I hope you're getting something out of it. And until next time, thanks again.